So, what we're going to be going over today is a new method I picked up this year on how to do European mounts. And it seems a lot easier. Mainly, the hardest part is the prep for all this. What you're going to need is two propane tanks. I just went and got these from like the Restore. The hardest part of this is getting this valve off the top here. And you can see I mangled the crap out of this, but you take the valve out, make sure it's empty all the way. I let it drain out for maybe 20 minutes before I even tried to take the valve off. And there will still be some propane in the bottom that's going to leak out. As soon as you start unscrewing that, you'll smell it. It's not enough to worry about. But then you go down to your hardware store and get yourself a brass fitting. The threads are a little bit different, so you'll need like a crescent wrench or a pipe wrench. You could use it even, but a crescent wrench works fine. And you get a 3/4 TPI male to 3/4 hose thread. And then I picked up a washing machine hose that's 4 foot long. I would say if you're going to get one, I'd splurge a little bit. I was being cheap. It was the cheapest one there. I'd get a 5 foot if they have one. This one is a little bit short. The bag gets kind of close to the fire here. But you fill this guy up with water however much you want. And I have it filled probably about halfway, and that's why I got the fire going already, is because it takes so long to heat up. Once you get this heated up, you want it to be almost boiling, almost steaming. By the time you put it in the bag, it just helps save you time. But normally what you do is when I did my elk, which was my test run on this, you can leave the eyes in, take the eyes out, doesn't matter. The dog got to this one, so the eyes were already kind of out of it. I had to cut that one out, but the dog's got to this one, so he's just going to be a skull cap. Not too worried about him, anyways. This guy, though, when you get yourself a heavy duty garbage bag, you can get the small black ones. I just don't trust them. I feel like they're going to melt uh, whenever I do them up. And when I did my elk, I just threw them in here and took the flaps on the end, wrapped them around the horns, and taped them up. But for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them in here and I'm going to cut slits in the garbage bag for his antlers to poke out. That way I can get as close to the bases as possible. And then I just use duct tape. Some people saran wrap it, masking tape it, e-tape it, then duct tape it to be 100% sure. I did it on my elk with just duct tape loosely around it. And it works fine. And I'll show you how that looks in just a second. But um, yeah, you just throw them in here. I'm going to stick them all the way towards the back so that I can use as much bag as possible. And I got to have room for this little guy to stick his little nub out there. So once I get that set up, I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like when it's all done. And then by that time, I should be able to throw the hose in and it'll be about. All right, so now you can see the spike is easy because you just poke the hole straight down in and it suctions over it nice and fine. You got to do a little bit extra duct tape around the bases here, but you just cut a little slit and then you twist it up around the bit right beneath the base. And then I just take duct tape. E-tape would probably be easier, honestly, but you just take it and wrap it around it a few times. Make sure it sticks. So I'm actually going to peel this back just a touch because it's over the base. I'm going to throw the hose in the bag and then I'll show you how I tape that up. And when you get it taped up, you'll see it. I'll tape it up, I'll twist it up, tape it up so that's kind of sealed for the most part on this side. And then I'll do a quick little time lapse and show you guys. You can see where it blows up. And once it's blown up like that and steam starts kind of billowing out the back, all right, so as you can see, that steam is starting to billow out and the bag's all puffed up. So now what I'll do, I might do two, but the steam is coming out right here at the base of my antlers. So this is where our little spike is. And this is where all of our pressure is going to. So I'm literally just gonna make just the size of my knife blade, maybe 3/4 of an inch to an inch. We'll let this sit for about an hour. We'll come back, check on it. I'll pressure wash them off real quick. A little bit of an update. I totally got sidetracked in finishing that skull, and I ended up doing a hydro dip on it, so I didn't get to show you guys the whitening feature, but that looks just like this. And the finished result, if you whiten it, will look like this. This is my elk I did this year, and I'll show you what I used in just a sec. So all you do is you can get this on Amazon. It's not very expensive. You get a whole bottle and you don't use a lot. I still have, this is my first bottle I bought, and I've done, I mean, I'm doing 2 raccoon skulls and 2 coyote skulls with it right now. I recommend using gloves. If you get on your hands like that, it'll bleach your fingers overnight, and it'll like bleach the skin itself. It washes off and it'll fade away. Your skin cells die off, and it fades pretty fast, but it doesn't come out of like your clothes and stuff. But you literally just take some of this. I put in a little hotel paper cup, paintbrush, and you just apply a small layer of it. And once you get a little layer on, it gets it from looking like that little bit of yellowing right here, and it makes it nice and white. Like this raccoon skull I did, his eye socket right here, his little cheekbone was completely red, and now it's still got a little bit of red. I'd do multiple layers on these guys because for some reason raccoon skulls and coyote skulls, I don't know if it's the grease or what, but they don't whiten as easily as like a deer skull. But that's all there is to it. You just brush on a little bit of that 40V is what it's called, 40 volume. We call it 40V. You can get it on Amazon. This is a quart of it, and it's lasted me, I've done 6 skulls with it now, and I still have a ton of it left. I don't know when I'm gonna run out, so if there's a smaller bottle, maybe get a smaller bottle. It's just like bleach for hair products. You can find it on literally any website. But anyway, so that's all you need to do. Let it sit 24 hours, maybe apply a different one. You can wash it off, you can leave it on. Once it goes completely dry, you can kind of just like brush it off even with some gloves. I don't have it down to an exact science yet on what's the best way to whiten it, but this is the way that I found. I tried peroxide, like just soaking in peroxide, and that kind of, it got me like a little bit of white, but really still a lot of yellow. This 40 volume stuff, this 40V, works great for whitening it, and it does it literally overnight, and you just apply it with a paintbrush and it's golden. So let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me do a full coyote from skull to fur. Stick around, we're just getting started.